Hey there, I'm Naomi and I'm going to walk you through how I get my students' prints out of Tinkercad and into my 3D printing slicing software. I'm also going to show you a way that I like to share their designs with their families before the designs are even printed. If you haven't already, make sure to go and download my forever free 3D printing station. And this is exactly how I set up my 3D printers and how I keep track of everything. I have on there what the printer is currently printing, whose prints are finished, whose are coming up, and what the project is. And this is a system I've used for years and years. And it is extremely simple and makes your life so much easier when you're handling a ton of prints. I am logged into my Tinkercad account and I am registered as a teacher on here, and I have the option of classes. Beforehand, I had my students connect to my class and I am able to see all of my students and all of their projects. I had my students sign up with Google and they connected that way, but you don't have to have student Google accounts to do this. And it's just really nice if they do have Google accounts, they have all their projects from previous years too. I'm gonna go and grab one of my students' projects. I need to print it, and I can see everything that this student has ever created for our projects. We are creating bubble wands, and I think it's funny that they wrote bubbles for the bubble wand. So pretty cute. I always check out the design and make sure everything is flat on the work plane. If I need to squish anything together, I usually try to do this with my student. But there are times where I might need to make a little bit of adjustments, and the kids know that. I try not to change their entire design. I like to group the project together so it's all squished up, but you don't have to do that. It does make it nice and looking very nice. What I like to do is I actually like to take a screenshot of their project, and then I like to add in Seesaw a screenshot of their actual project so that they can see what it looked like. Their parents can see what it looks like. This is something students can do. And it's just a nice little touch that I like to add while I'm already in their account. So that's just a little bonus I like to do. You can see I have their projects after they're finished and in the process. Okay, so with their files, I like students to name what type of project they created and then add their name afterwards. If there's a lot of different classes, I'll also have them add their teacher's name. Then I click export, and most people will be clicking STL. That most likely will be the kind. I create a folder on my desktop of the project. So whether it's that class, each class will have their own folder so I can easily get through a class, or for this instance, I have a 3D printing club and their projects are all in the same folder. I save their file in that folder, and this will look a little different depending on what your slicing software looks like. If it is on your computer or a different device, it might not look like mine. This is the slicing software for MakerBot, but I just wanted to show you a couple things, like when you're looking in your settings, what that means. So I'm going to import my file, and it's really nice. It's in that folder. It's all organized. I can even upload these to my Google Drive later, so I have that option. Most slicing softwares, I've used quite a few, give you the option where you can resize and scale. So depending on your project, maybe you want it to be a little smaller. I actually do want her bubble wand to be a little bit smaller. And sometimes with their projects, I make my students scale it. Sometimes I don't. Another thing to note in your slicing software is if you want your design printed with some support. So it might be named differently, but this is saying, do I need extra support to hold it up while it's printing? And a breakaway means those supports will be printed along with your design, and they will actually break off afterwards. It's pretty crazy. Some prints have to be printed standing up, and they do need that support. They can't always lay down, so that's when those breakaway models are really helpful. Some of my students' bubble wands were round all the way around all the things, so I had to print their bubble wand standing up. This is another option of support. Do you need to print it with a raft? So does it need a little base on the bottom of the print bed just to stick better and to be a little bit more supported? For this instance, I am not adding that. And for my 3D print software, I click it and add it to the queue. So I can actually choose the order when I want things printed, which is really great because I have things that are going to be in different colors. So I hope that's helpful. Nothing too complicated. Keep it simple, especially when you're printing a lot, but good luck in your printing journey.